At a local grocery store, a blow dart pierces a woman and no one knows where it came from. News 10's Doug Schimel is live on the scene in Bear, Delaware. Doug.
Yeah, it is something about the size of this pen cartridge that is striking fear right in the midst of this community. No one heard anything as a 55-year-old Claymont woman was loading groceries into her car at this Bear, Delaware grocery store.
She feels this stinging in the right side of her abdomen. When she looks down, she sees this dart sticking into her clothing that had penetrated into her abdomen.
What she found surprised even seasoned Delaware state troopers. It was a 4-inch long blow dart with a solid metal shaft and a flat spear-like tip. Delaware State Police believe because this kind is not very accurate, it was probably delivered at close range. The woman was treated for a puncture wound and given a tetanus shot and released. Shoppers found themselves looking over their shoulders.
People do strange things these days and makes you scared to do anything.
I come up and I run at night over there. Yeah. Will I be running anymore? I don't think so.
Well, that woman is reportedly doing well tonight, and she tells police she remembers seeing a dark-colored hatchback leaving this parking lot with its lights off shortly after she was hit. Also, as for that dart, it is being analyzed by the state. They're trying to look for any trace of any sort of toxins. Live in Bear, Delaware, I'm Doug Schimel, News 10.
Another school shooting rampage has jolted the nation. 6 students were wounded when gunfire erupted at a suburban Atlanta high school. Tonight, one of their classmates is in custody. Police say the 15-year-old sophomore caused the terror near the cafeteria at Heritage High School in Conyers, Georgia. Some 1,300 students were waiting for classes to begin when shots from a rifle and a revolver began flying. Police say the suspect then ran out of the school but surrendered to the assistant principal in the parking lot. Some more details now. No one was killed in the Georgia attack. Doctors say none of the victims' wounds or injuries are life-threatening. One of the victims is in stable condition tonight after surgery to remove a bullet from her stomach. The suspect is expected to be charged as an adult when he goes before a judge next week. Tonight, at least 3 of the 6 young victims are home from the hospital. They were caught in the crossfire that shattered the calm before homeroom. Some of the victims' classmates described what happened.
He put the shotgun down, drew a revolver out, and he turned around with the revolver, pointed it at me through the door.
I yelled at him, "Why are you doing this?" And he shot the kid next to me.
Did he answer you?
He didn't answer me.
He was holding it down by his side and like just shooting everywhere.
A friend of the alleged gunman said the suspect was depressed about breaking up with a girlfriend earlier this week. The student said the alleged shooter told him, quote, "I have no reason to live anymore." On this day of more school bloodshed, President Clinton consoled grief-stricken families in Littleton, Colorado. 1 month ago today, 2 teenagers went on a murder-suicide rampage at Columbine High School that left 15 dead. Mr. Clinton said the latest shootings were, quote, "deeply troubling and justify taking immediate steps to keep guns away from kids."
Tonight, News 10 has learned that 2 Delaware high school students are under arrest after state police found guns in their possession at school. Police say the weapons were stolen, then used in a robbery. The students were seniors at Dover High School in Kent County. Police say the weapons were fully loaded and ready to shoot. News 10 at Dover High School, where the boys were arrested today. Investigators say the handguns were in the students' lockers. Police say they stole them yesterday, then robbed a pizzeria. Police also recovered a stolen rifle at one of the defendants' home. The students remain in custody tonight.
Another Delaware high school student is under arrest tonight for allegedly plotting to bomb his prom. Newcastle County Police say the 17-year-old senior felt mistreated by Middleton High School classmates. Investigators say fellow students tipped off school officials who then called police. The student is now at a mental health facility. A gun scare earlier this week at a South Jersey school prompts a book bag ban. At the Howard M. Pfeiffer Middle School in Pennsauken, 2 loaded guns were found in a book bag. School officials say the 12-year-old boy accidentally shot himself in the hand while showing off the gun to another student. The shooting happened at his home after school. So far, no word on any charges, but the student has been suspended indefinitely. The book bag ban starts on Monday.
Tonight, a tough gun control bill was passed by the Senate. New Jersey Democrat Frank Lautenberg sponsored the new part of the bill, requiring background checks for gun buyers at pawn shops and gun shows. It also requires the sale of trigger safety locks with handguns. The measure is part of a juvenile crime bill, which now goes on to the House.
New at 11, another arrest is made in a high-speed chase that left an officer bloody and several cars crashed. News 10's Tracy Davidson is live at the Radnor Police Station with the latest on this story. Tracy.
Larry, here's the short version. Police pull over a car. They spot drug paraphernalia inside. The car takes off. Police take chase. Then there's an accident. Tonight, 3 people are in custody, and a police sergeant is recovering from his wounds. Here's how police say it played out. Chopper 10 was over the scene of the initial car stop at Route 30 in the Blue Route. Radnor police pulled it over for no brake lights, but quickly became suspicious, asking the woman inside to step out. This picture was taken from a camera inside the police cruiser. You can see the woman on the right. At that point, the other officer was leaning inside the car when the 2 other suspects sped off, dragging Sergeant George Smith. He sustained a serious gash to the head and an injured ankle. The suspects led police on a chase until they crashed on busy Montgomery Avenue near Harcum College. One of the suspects was quickly caught, but the other, the driver, ran and hid inside the college near the president's office.
I just sort of quietly walked over to it, stood about here and looked, and I saw him crouched behind the sofa.
President Ryan locked him in the boardroom, and then police took him into custody. Then, only a couple of hours later, police found the woman and brought her in as well. All 3 suspects have criminal records. All 3 face multiple charges. The sergeant is at home recovering tonight. He's sore, but he'll be all right. Live in Radnor, Tracy Davidson, News 10.
And now a News 10 follow-up. Walmart says 4 workers injured by falling shelves will return to work tomorrow morning. The accident happened last night at the Walmart in Turnersville, Gloucester County. Paramedics took the victims to Kennedy Hospital in Kennedy Township, where they were treated and released.
Medical reporter Sherry Bank brings us a story of devotion and daring as a couple takes the ultimate risk. Don't miss the emotional story of a woman who has a breakthrough medical procedure to save her unborn child.
And grab a pencil. 2 potentially dangerous products are being recalled tonight, and you might have one in your home.
Plus, when you have a test to see if you have cancer, you expect the lab to be accurate, right? Find out how a medical mistake nearly killed a local woman.
You're watching News 10 at 11.
They're taking nice long showers in Atlantic City tonight. The water emergency is finally over there. News 10 on the scene today as crews finished repairing a broken 48-inch main. 40,000 city residents and businesses had been under water restrictions since Tuesday when the pipe cracked. Officials say the water may be brown for another day, but they say it is safe to drink.
Tonight in Camden, New Jersey, plans for a local Latino conference are being announced. News 10 at the New Jersey State Aquarium. A national organization of Latino public officials will gather next month in Philadelphia. At tonight's reception, organizers unveiled the workshops and speakers for the conference. 500 Latino officials are expected.
A cosmetic product many women use every day is being recalled.
That's because it could contain a deadly bacteria.
And Evel Knievel's son attempts a spectacular jump. We'll show you how this ends up. Plus,
a local family takes the ultimate risk to have a baby. I'm medical reporter Sherry Bank with that heartwarming story coming up.
You're watching News 10, your station for the new millennium. Real-time closed captioning of News 10 is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers. Visit your local Ford dealer and test drive Ford F-Series, the best-selling full-size truck on the planet.
Was a beautiful sunset over Center City, Philadelphia tonight. A News 10 camera is looking west over the Delaware towards the city. The exclusive Earthwatch forecast is just ahead. When most women have a Pap test, the lab gives them a clean bill of health. Well, that's what happened for one New Jersey woman, but it turned out the lab was wrong twice. News 10's Luann Kahn has the story.
Come on over. Gail Zip always thought she'd live a healthy, active life until cervical cancer nearly killed her.
It's one of the few cancers that if you catch early enough, you have very little consequences.
But Gail's cervical cancer was found late, even though this wife and mother had an early detection Pap smear test every year.
This was missed twice. It wasn't missed once. It was missed 2 years in a row by the same lab.
In January 1992, a Lawrenceville, New Jersey laboratory reported Gail's Pap smear had no malignant cells when the cancer was clearly there. Again in January 93, the same lab reported no malignant cells when the cancer had actually spread.
It can be corrected. It should be corrected.
I think somebody should be held accountable for this.
This week, a jury held the New Jersey lab accountable by awarding the Zips $1 million in damages. The Pathology Associates of Delaware Valley admitted responsibility, but refused comment for this report. Pathologists estimate 5 to 10% of all pap smears are inaccurately read. Sometimes it's because of a technician's lack of experience, or it's a lack of quality control, or it's simply human error.
I had a radical hysterectomy. And
Gail Zip doesn't know what caused the errors in her case. She only knows she faced weeks of radiation, her leg swells up every day, and her risk of getting cancer again is far greater than it should be.
So all I'm asking for is that the labs start to pay a little bit more attention, start to realize that in their hands they're holding a person's life.
Luann Kahn, News 10.
On the News 10 Consumer Watch, we have two important recalls to tell you about tonight. The first is for a Rawlings aluminum softball bat. 45,000 of them are being recalled because the top of the bat can fly apart on impact and cause injury. The model numbers are SBZ2, SBZ3, and SBZ4 and SBZ3 through 7. SPT-PK2 as well, dual E. If you have one, take it back to the store. Also tonight, AM Cosmetics of New Jersey is recalling thousands of tubes of Wet and Wild Mega Lash mascara. The Food and Drug Administration says it may contain dangerous bacteria that can be dangerous, even fatal to people with cystic fibrosis or weakened immune systems. If you have it, return it to the store where you bought it immediately.
Tonight, a very special story of devotion, of how far a couple will go to have the baby of their dreams. As News 10 medical reporter Sherry Banks shows us, this couple takes the ultimate risk.
It has been one heartbreak after another for Megan Scarangelli. Every time she became pregnant, her babies were born too soon. This baby girl lived only one day and died in her mommy's arms.
I named her Olivia Grace. She could be held in one hand.
Megan and her husband have lost 3 babies in all.
You know, you're going to have to bury your parents, your grandparents, but the last person you ever expect to bury is one of your children. I know.
But Megan is one determined woman. With the support of her son Robert, her husband, and her mom, Megan decides to try again. But to do it, she has to take the ultimate risk. Megan is 12 weeks pregnant here, and she undergoes major surgery, knowing she could lose her uterus and even her unborn child. Dr. George Davis makes a large incision in Megan's bikini line, then reaches in to tie up her cervix and hopefully hold the baby inside.
This is going to be a tight window.
With only spinal anesthesia, Megan is wide awake.
It doesn't hurt you? No, just a lot of pressure.
Things get tense after that. Megan begins bleeding from old scars. It could force doctors to perform a hysterectomy. You pull through?
Yeah. So far, so good.
Still, Megan worries every waking moment, even as her tummy grows larger, as ultrasounds reassure her.
All the measurements look very good.
Megan continues to be afraid she could lose this baby, too.
But finally, it's time to have a baby here at Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. Megan says her family is so Irish, she schedules her C-section on St. Patrick's Day. It's a happy but an anxious time.
See you, dear. Love you, honey.
Good luck, babe.
And now it's time for Dr. Davis to deliver the baby he tied inside of Megan. And here she is.
It's a baby girl. Say hi, Megan.
Little Abby Ireland Scarangelli makes her debut, weighing 7 pounds, 12 ounces.
She's the best. We love her.
Happy birthday.
There she is, dear. Thanks a lot, Doctor. Congratulations. you later,
Thank you
okay?
for everything. Oh, come see Granny. Oh, she's so cute.
Precious little Abby makes it easy now for Megan to forget her years of pain.
When I saw you, I was the happiest mommy in the world.
For everyone who hoped for her, Abby is an extra special baby.
Hey, Abby.
She is the creation of love, marvelous medicine, and maybe more.
My little girl from heaven. My angel. Love you, million kisses. Million kisses.
Sherry Bank, News 10.
What a beautiful baby, and after so much loss for that family. My gosh, what a story of hope. What a
I know,
story.
look at you.
Yeah, well, yeah, babies get to us, right?
Well, John Belaris, we're all feeling good now. You're not going to ruin it, are you?
No, I'm not.
Good.
I'm going to keep this little good fest going, a little love fest. This is very nice, very nice, very nice. Let's check out our WeatherNet sites on this beautiful night. We want the beautiful weather to continue as we move in to your weekend, the weekend before the unofficial start of summer. Eisenhower Middle School, Norristown, Pennsylvania, 74 degrees was the high today. It's 59 right now. The official high at the airport today, a beautiful, sun-filled, delicious 75. It's now 64 low this morning, 55 degrees. No weather woes for tonight or tomorrow. Temperatures in the 50s to the mid-60s. It's a clear night. Exclusive Earth Watch fly. We're flying over clear skies. Always a gentle flight. We pull out a little bit. There's that frontal system and storm that gave us the much-needed rain yesterday. That's history. We back up. There's the high-pressure system in control for tonight, tomorrow, most of Saturday. We're watching this system out here. That's slated to arrive here perhaps as early as late Saturday night into Sunday. The future weathercast put out by the Adonis computer model. Sunshine tomorrow morning. Sunshine will mix with high clouds. A beautiful day. Oh, the big party. First Union Center starting at 5 o'clock. No weather woes. Sunshine near 80 degrees. Dave Matthews concert tomorrow night. Fine on Saturday. Sunshine, warmer temperatures up into the lower 80s, but hazy sun, more in the way of high cloudiness on Saturday. And by late Saturday night after midnight, first thing Sunday morning, the chance of some scattered showers. So the first half of the weekend definitely nicer than the second half. It looks dry and warm. Tonight, clear, 53 in town, 48 surrounding burbs. Tomorrow, a nice sunshine, some high clouds, temperatures right around 78 degrees. And look at your 5-day forecast. Beautiful Friday, sun and clouds, all outdoor events. You get the green light. Saturday, hazy sunshine, warm, 83 degrees. Perhaps by Saturday night in the Poconos, some showers. And then late Saturday night after midnight, some showers may move into the Delaware Valley or first thing Sunday morning. That's why the showers in the forecast for Sunday, 79 degrees. Showers and storms on Monday and more rain slated for Tuesday. So after Saturday night, we go downhill a little bit. Check in with Billy Henley tomorrow morning for the very latest from Earthwatch starting at 5:30 a.m. And also you can catch me tomorrow morning on Y100 Radio. That's tomorrow morning on the Y.
All right, very good. Get some sleep.
I'll try. Would you let a complete stranger into your home or your radio station? You'd be surprised at what some people would do. Tomorrow on News 10 at 11, find out what happens when a complete stranger goes door to door and tries to enter homes. This could be anybody, a robber, a rapist, or even a killer. Find out if you or your neighbors could be opening your door to danger. Tomorrow, only on News 10 at 11.
A leap of faith for Daredevil Robbie Knievel is a jump into history. The motorcyclist Daredevil successfully cleared a 200-foot wide sliver of the canyon tonight. He may even have broken his own world record leap of 223 feet. Now, had he failed, he would have plunged 2,500 feet to the canyon floor. It's a jump his Daredevil dad, Evel Knievel, dreamed about, but never tried. Still ahead on News 10, the Sixers, they're down, but they're not out. Find out why Allen Iverson thinks everyone in Philadelphia will be dancing for tomorrow night's game.
Vi has the details coming up. we need to tell you that Robbie Knievel was fine after that jump. He just says he was a little bit dizzy. I think he was dizzy before the jump.
For doing it,
But enough about that. What about the Sixers?
We're going to talk about the Sixers. The Pacers are in town. I hope they don't get much sleep tonight. Now it's time for the Pacers to come to our house. Game 3 tomorrow night, and the Sixers will get home court for the first time in this series. The practice court at St. Joe's today looked more like a Harlem Globetrotters game. Check out Larry Hughes here with the header right there. As for Allen Iverson, forget the killer crossover. The answer with some killer dance moves. Yeah, kids got rhythm. The return to Philly has definitely been good for these guys, and they know playing in front of the home fans gives them that extra edge.
I think we have the greatest fans in the league, and then, you know, by us making it to the playoffs, it even hyping them up even more. So I'm pretty sure they'll be on the edge of their seats tomorrow, and they'll be ready to give us all they got, and we'll make sure we give them the same.
We're going to give you all we've got. News 10 gives you more Allen Iverson tomorrow night, an up-close and personal look at the Sixers star and his family. That's tomorrow night at 11 on News 10. And don't forget about our Sixers pregame show before Game 4. It's our half-hour special to get you fired up. We'll be courtside starting at 11:30 a.m. And, of course, tip-off is at 12:30 in the afternoon right here on NBC 10. Coming up, it's Jay Leno taking on Hollywood's biggest Sixers fan. I'll explain when we return. In an exhibition game against Scranton Wilkes-Barre today. It ends in a 1-all tie. And Robin Ventura of the Mets becomes the first major leaguer to hit grand slams in both games of a doubleheader today. Phantoms on the ice in Game 1 against Rochester in the Calder Cup playoffs. Winner of the series goes to the finals. And this one goes to overtime, tied at 2, and Chris Joseph gets it past the Rochester goalie for the game winner right there. Phantoms take the game 3-2, and they lead the series 1-0. From the ice rink to the golf links, and there's a sight for sore eyes. It's Jack Nicklaus on the course for competitive play after being off for nearly a year due to hip replacement surgery. The Golden Bear will test the new hip in tournament play tomorrow as the Bell Atlantic Classic gets underway. And finally, Larry Menti isn't the only Sixers fan you can see every night here on NBC 10.
Kev, things aren't looking too good for your 76ers.
I know,
even Jesse Jackson can't rescue him now. It doesn't look good.
Let's go, man. Oh, here we go.
That's what you call half a uniform.
What
That's half. No, where are the shorts?
I'm trying to do a show. I didn't want to.
No. You want your team to win, or are you more concerned with the monetary thing of doing a show?
They're going to win. They're going to win.
Not if you're wearing.
Sixers superfan Kevin Eubanks of The Tonight Show taking heat from Jay Leno with his Sixers trailing 2-0 in the series. Jay challenges the Philadelphia musician to put on his entire Sixers uniform, shorts and all, to support the team. You got to tune in tonight to see if Eubanks comes up big by putting on the shorts. You ought to put on shorts for tomorrow.
I've got them on right now.
Oh, I didn't notice. I thought those were white pants.
Stay seated. Stay seated. News 10 will be live at the First Union Center tomorrow for all the hoopla surrounding the big Sixers game. Our live coverage starts on News 10 first at 4. We'll be back live after the game tomorrow on News 10 at 11. And we will be right back. Academics to the world of law.
News 10 at the Apollo of Temple for the law school's commencement. About 400 students received their law degrees. Proud parents and family members looked on as loved ones savor the moment. Today's ceremony was part of Temple's 112th annual commencement.
Congratulations. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is next. I'm Renee Chenault.
And I'm Larry Menti for John Vi and all of us at News 10. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching NBC, America's late night leader. Sleep. Who needs it? From the